Please paste your questions over here. Ask your question once again over here, everyone. So we'll just wait for another couple of minutes. Then, yeah. Everyone, please mute your mics. Could someone please could someone please text me the meeting link to me? Everyone, please mute your mics except for the panelists. Could someone please text the meeting link with me? Some of the participants need it. All right. So, Ms. Sarah, please, if you could.
Yeah, absolutely. Should we start?
Yes.
Questions? Okay. So the first question is from KJ. What if I'm passionate about something else and you worked voluntarily, and your professional experience since 2 years is different because that was a better job and financial stability was important? KJ, like I said पहले कि it's totally understandable अगर आपकी past degree या work experience जो है वो in line नहीं है with what you want to do in the future. But more importantly, the thing is that once you have decided what you want to do, I mean, by SDGs, I believe you mean Sustainable Development Goals, right? So once you have decided that आपने क्या करना है, so now is the time to think about how you can work on that. So if you're interested in SDGs, I understand that voluntarily आपने कुछ काम किए हुए होंगे, but उसके अलावा have you taken up some workshops या कोई और आपके experiences that could tie in with that? As long as you have that.
I have.
Okay, perfect. So like as long as you have that story built, so irrespective कि आपका past जो professional experience अगर in line नहीं भी है या degree in line नहीं भी है तब भी ठीक है, but there should be something that defines your path for you. Could be volunteer work, could be other coursework you've taken, because a lot of times universities में हमारी degrees कुछ और होती हैं लेकिन हम electives वगैरह से अपने शौक पूरे कर लेते हैं. So if that's something that ties in, you can talk about that. So anything and everything that could add to your passion for SDGs counts. Doesn't matter कि वो कितना मतलब as in professionally pursue किया हुआ है या नहीं.
Thank you.
ठीक है. अच्छा, Naveed, would you like to add something इसमें?
नहीं, perfectly fine.
Okay, perfect. अच्छा, next question है from Bakar, and he says, if we have some big long-term goals that require a lot of years and we are applying for Fulbright Masters, and definitely we will only achieve a fraction of those goals through this Masters. But we will be on our way towards long-term goal needed by Pakistan. That work is, we don't have resources. Bakar, इसमें I'm a little confused. Is your question related to the fact that you feel that Fulbright will play like a very small role because आप उसे currently pursue करना चाह रहे हैं, या do you mean something else? If you can just elaborate on your question.
I think इसमें Bakar is trying to ask that you already mentioned in personal statement section that one is your long-term goal and one is your short-term goal. So he might be asking कि आपके एक बहुत long-term goal है that you want to achieve, लेकिन then Waqar, you have to sort of split it up into short term goals, और उसमें आपके लिए why do you need Fulbright to start it off, like अगर आप कोई लॉन्गर रन में आप अपने कम्युनिटी के लिए आप जो है वो एजुकेशन या फॉर इंस्टेंस जैसे आप जो है वो वाटर सप्लाई करना चाह रहे, ड्रिंकिंग वाटर सारों को, किसी को वाटर बोर्न डिजीजेज ना हो, आपके एक आपके लिए गोल है, बट फर्स्ट यू हैव टू लर्न अबाउट कि किस तरह से ट्रीटमेंट की जाती है, इश्यूज क्या हैं आपके आपके आप जो है वो किस तरह से, और फिर आप एनजीओ से कैसे आप सिक्योर कर सकते हैं, फंडिंग कैसे सिक्योर कर सकते हैं, व्हाट इज प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट, प्रोजेक्ट आप मैनेज कैसे करेंगे, ये सारी स्किल्स हैं जो आप पहले सीखेंगे और फिर आप वापस आके अप्लाई करेंगे, एंड देन यू कुड से कि आफ्टर हैव अप्लाइड दोस एक्सपीरियंसेस एट पाकिस्तान, और उसके बाद फिर आप और कोई प्रोफेशनल डिग्री लेट्स से फॉर पीएचडी और अदर कोई प्रोफेशनल डिग्री करके, या फिर आप इसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सर्व करके, तो वन डे यू विल finally achieve your goal, but your Fulbright would be the very first stepping stone towards that. So that could be the one way to approach about it. I hope that answers your query. Otherwise, kindly do ask if there is some confusion still. Ji.
ठीक है, that makes sense. So next we can move on to Yushma's question, which is if I want to enter a particular field that I'm interested in, most of the job positions in those fields require a master's degree. Is that a good enough reason to mention in the study objectives? Yushma, इसमें I think एक जो चीज़ है, I mean I understand where you're coming from, but just like a minor thing कि your study objective should really talk about bigger things in life. Your job, मतलब getting a job in that field could be one short-term goal, but you also need to talk about कि long term आप उससे क्या achieve करना चाह रही हो सकता मतलब उस job से भी और उस master's degree से भी. So make sure that that reason is being talked about with more emphasis. Getting a job in that particular field is only one part of that bigger picture.
Thank you. So I'll just like to add over here थोड़ा सा एक आध मिनट में, and then I'll request you to speak about this as well, about your thoughts. This personal statement or statement or study objective could be really a make or break situation scenario, make or breaker. Since आप अगर ये I'm not trying to just sharing feedback, generic feedback. अगर आप इस तरह का कोई impression दे देते हैं, और obviously if you are about if you have known about Fulbright, so you are really passionate persons, people are passionate about Fulbright, लेकिन अगर आप उसका कोई एक्सप्रेशन ऐसा दे देते हैं जैसे फॉर इंस्टेंस अगर आप Erasmus के लिए या Fulbright के लिए एप्लीकेशन लिख रहे हैं और आप पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट में ये लिखें कि मुझे यूरोप जाने का या यूएस जाने का बड़ा शौक है, या आप ये लिखें कि ये जो अगर मैं डिग्री कर लूंगा तो कल को मेरे अपने पर्सनल जो करियर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं, मेरे जो पर्सनल अचीवमेंट्स हैं वो बढ़ जाएंगी, और मैं एक लैडर के अंदर आई कुड स्मूथली सेल स्मूथली थ्रू दैट लैडर, and I could fast track my promotion etc. So that's a big no from Fulbright, क्योंकि आपके objectives कितने ज़्यादा Fulbright ये देख रहा होता है कम्युनिटी से रिलेटेड कितने हैं, और अगर आप कहीं पे भी ऐसा इंप्रेशन दे सकते हैं, और फिर अगर आप ऐसा इंप्रेशन देंगे कि अगर आपकी, और जैसे मैंने पिछली बात की कि मुझे इंटरव्यू में उन्होंने कोई 8 से 10 मिनट दे ascertained और they made sure कि that particular PhD from US under Fulbright was really mandatory to fulfill my future objectives, or wo future objectives were falling in line with Pakistan's current needs, and that could be really and then there are a couple of that varies. I think this time there was one psychiatrist is always sitting there, और उसका काम ये होता है कि आपको जज कर रहे हो कि आपने कोई फैब्रिकेटेड की है चीज या आप अपनी तरफ से यू आर मोटिवेटेड एंड कमिटेड टुवर्ड्स दैट कम्युनिटी चेंज. सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट कि आप अपनी चीजें लिखें और अपने आप के एक कम्युनिटी गोल्स के साथ अपने गोल्स को अलाइन करें. अगर आप ये लाइन लिखेंगे ना उसमें कि मुझे मास्टर डिग्री चाहिए फील्ड के, तो मास्टर डिग्री तो आप पाकिस्तान से भी कर सकती हैं, लाहौर से भी कर सकती हैं, अगर आप इंटरनेशनल की भी बात करती हैं तो आप चाइना से भी कर सकती हैं. वाई यूएसए, वाई फुलब्राइट, वाई दैट पर्टिकुलर डिग्री, वाई दिस ग्रांट. सो ये एक कम्युनिटी के गोल्स, और ये एक जनरल कमेंट है सबके लिए. आई थिंक दैट इज अ रियली गुड क्वेश्चन Yushma, and it helps us to sort of further elaborate one more important point. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we can move on to the next question, which is by Mahapara. Okay, the personal statement is limited to 720 words. So what would be your suggestion on writing about community betterment? Should we add everything or just mention the most relevant and important ones? Mahapara, again, इसमें you've also like just answered your own question के relevant वाले ज़रूरी होते हैं. So community क्योंकि जो है could be the community, you can help the community in various ways, but आप उन सबको address नहीं कर सकते in your individual capacity. So it's better to shortlist one community objective या one thing that you wanna help the community with, और वो सबसे relevant होगा आपके सारे जो path है, could be your education, your work experience, जो भी आप story define करें, उसका end goal should be one community objective. अगर आप एक से ज़्यादा लिखते हैं तो उसमें ना एक तो information disperse होने का बहुत ज़्यादा chances होते हैं, and it gets hard for you to make your case because you're trying to make two cases then, yeah, more than two if you're talking about a lot of different community objectives. So recommended यही होता है कि use one community objective that's the closest to your you know, is most relevant to you and is the closest to your heart. Yeah, it's something you're most passionate about. Okay.
Next
is a question from Saima, and she asks, okay, excuse me, is it okay if we discuss more than one of the departments our interests while discussing Pakistan, shaping them according to our practical experience or social working direction? I think this is also similar to मतलब जो last question था. I would again say कि it's always better to choose one thing that interests you और उसी के गिर्द अगर आप story build करें तो बेहतर होता है, because अगर तो आप undergrad degree के लिए personal statements वगैरह लिख रहे होते तो it would have made sense, but we are at that point in our lives where we are going for specialized degrees mostly, right? So जब specialized degrees की बात करते हैं ना तो it's better and more, I'd say, useful for you to talk about one thing that you hold most valuable and you feel is most important, और उसी पे you'd want to work. I hope answers. जी Naveen, sorry.
अच्छा, इसमें एक और specifically that allows you to sort of but again इसमें फिर depend करता है कि what expertise do you have in your personal statement write up. Like आप ये नहीं कर सकते कि आप अगर पहली दफा लिखने जा रहे हैं तो आप एक से ज्यादा चीजों को हैंडल कर सकें, बट एक पर्टिकुलर फील्ड के अंदर भी आप अगेन आपका एक मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है कि आपने फॉर एग्जांपल आपने कम्युनिटी वर्क के लिए को काम करना है, आपने विमेन एम्पावरमेंट पे काम करना है, ठीक है जी. सो दिस इज योर ऑब्जेक्टिव, इसके लिए आप जा रहे हैं. अब आप स्पेसिफिकली अगर आप मास्टर्स के लिए जा रहे हैं तो आप विमेन एम्पावरमेंट का आपका मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है, आप इसके लिए हाउ यू, जिस तरह से विसारा ने स्टडी ऑब्जेक्टिव के अंदर हाउ यू वांट टू अचीव इट, सो उसके अंदर आप इसको स्प्लिट कर सकते हैं तीन चीजों चार चीजों में कि विमेन एम्पावरमेंट के लिए एक अवेयरनेस भी चाहिए होती है, तो मैं अवेयरनेस कैंपेन्स भी आके करूंगी, गोल्स जो आपके हैं, और इस तरह से विमेन एम्पावरमेंट के लिए कुछ लॉज के ऊपर चूंकि काम करना है तो मैं लॉ पढ़ने जा रही हूँ. इस तरह विमेन एम्पावरमेंट के लिए सॉर्ट ऑफ कोई हेल्पलाइन या सॉर्ट ऑफ, बट मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव इज विमेन एम्पावरमेंट, और उसके अंदर भी बड़े क्लोज जो इसके वो चीजें हैं जिसके बगैर विमेन एम्पावरमेंट हो नहीं सकती. दो तीन सेगमेंट है, फिर आप उसको ओपन अप करते हैं, ये तीन सेगमेंट है जो मैं करना चाह रही हूँ, और फिर वापस आके इन तीन सेगमेंट की वजह से ये जब मैं काम करूंगी, और फिर आप उसको क्लोज करते हैं, दोबारा से कंक्लूड करके लेके आते हैं कि इन तीनों चीजों को जब मैं कर चुकी होंगी तो फिर आई होप के वेमेन एम्पावरमेंट के अंदर मैं कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट अच्छा कर सकूंगी, और इस प्रोग्राम की वजह से दैट विल रियली हेल्प मी अप. बट दैट विल ओनली बी हैपनिंग अगर आपने बहुत सारा आपने दफा कोई 10 से 15 प्रोग्राम्स की स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस या पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट लिखी है, और आपके अंदर इतनी एक्सपर्टीज हैं कि आप जो है वो चीज़ों को ट्विस्ट कर सके. अदरवाइज अगर आप ओपन अप करेंगे और फिर आप वही डिस्पर्शन हो जाएगी, और अगर आप दो तीन चीज़ें रैंडमली साथ साथ लेके चल रही हैं तो किसी एक चीज़ का भी फायदा नहीं होएगा. रिव्यूअर विल बेसिकली रिजेक्ट दैट पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट. सो
या एब्सोल्युटली. So next वकार का question है जो कि I think पिछले उनके question से linked था, that we've already answered. So he because he states कि he got his answer. So we're going to move on to Isha's question, which is is it necessary to link your present major with past studies and experiences in personal statement? As I mentioned, in case I'm not pursuing what I wanted, or can we honestly describe that I came in this field spontaneously, but I have developed interest over time. Isha, I think you can talk about the fact that you stumbled into this field, but emphasis should again be on कि interest कैसे develop हुआ, and talk about कि interest कैसे develop हुआ, and then जब एक दफा interest develop हो गया तो उसके बाद आपने क्या steps लिए. That's where the story is really important. It's not important कि आप किस तरह उस field में आई. अगर मतलब you feel कि spontaneous था वो decision या you just ended up there, so there's no need to like highlight that particular factor. You can talk about the fact that I was in this field and I developed my interest over time because of certain reasons. So just talk about those reasons. And once your interest was developed, so what were the next steps that you took? Next question is by Amna, and it says, okay, if one has multi-dimensional career goals, like if you want to pursue a career as a professional working in the field, but also be involved in the academia a few years down the line, should we talk about both, or do you suggest leaving the academic aspect out for now? Amna, I think जो academic और professional वाली चीज़ है ना, that's perfectly fine अगर overlap आ भी रहा हो. I'll just talk about my personal example because मैंने क्योंकि बताया था कि education is something that's really close to my heart, but जो HR वाली चीज़ है वो मैं pursue कर रही हूँ. So I kind of linked them both in my study objectives, and I said कि long term मैं academia में जाना चाहती हूँ. Or when I talked about the academia, I talked about the fact that my end goal might be a professor, getting a professorship in a university. और उसके steps में you can say कि आपको कुछ professional experience gain करना पड़ेगा. Depending on what your field is, you can say कि you want to consult for a few companies, या आप professional networks build करने के लिए वो करें, ताकि जो भी आप academia में research वगैरह take up कर रही हो, that's relevant to the industry. So you can build that narrative around that. So it's completely fine because long term आपका जो goal है वो ना academia होगा ना जो professional आपका experience है वो है. Long term goal is whatever you're passionate about, जो community objective है. So you can link both academia and your professional career towards that.
Here you could go like this way, और इसमें आप फिर again वही coherence जिसके ऊपर हम focus कर रहे हैं, मैं सर कि coherence is really really important. जिस तरह आपने भी बताया कि अगर आप इसमें बताना चाह रहे, जिस तरह आपने कहा कि आप आके certain professional experience gain करेंगे और उसके बाद आप you are aspiring to join academia. So आपने कोहेरेंटली आप मेंशन करें अपने गोल्स, लेकिन ये ना हो कि आप पहले एकेडेमिया और फिर प्रोफेशनल फिर एकेडेमिया, इस तरह से गोल्स ना साथ लेके चलें. आप पहले प्रोफेशनल अपना डिस्कस कर लें और प्रोफेशनल के बाद उसमें आपके मोटिव्स हो सकते हैं कि आप व्हाई डू यू वांट टू परस्यू प्रोफेशनल एक्सपीरियंस आफ्टर योर डिग्री बिफोर जॉइनिंग एकेडेमिया, और वो आपने जस्टिफाई करने. और वंस यू हैव जॉइंड एकेडेमिया, और फिर उससे आप उस प्रोफेशनल एक्सपीरियंस से व्हाट यू विल बी ब्रिंगिंग ऑन टेबल एंड व्हाट बेटर थिंग्स वुड यू इंप्रूव विद दिस ट्रांजिशन ऑफ करियर. और सेकेंडली आप ये भी कर सकती हैं कि जब आप प्रोफेशनल एक्सपीरियंस ले रही हैं साथ आप एकेडेमिया में विजिटिंग बेसिस के ऊपर या समवट इस पे भी चल सकती हैं, इस तरह से भी कर सकती हैं. सो ऑल डिपेंड्स अपॉन हाउ यू कोहेरेंटली राइट, जैसे निसारा said, and how you sort of justify your choices.
Absolutely. Next question is by Samya, and she asks, you said do not mention you were underprivileged in terms of education, etc. What if you write a convincing story like how you cope up with all those problems and then your contribution achievements in academic society? Samya, explicitly I didn't say कि you should not mention that. I just said कि if that's something that makes you unique enough, तो sure go ahead. But just make sure कि जो भी आपकी story है, चाहे वो hardship की है, चाहे it's about the fact that about your struggles, could be with education, could be otherwise, as long as they tie in with your statement and how relevant they are to your story, so it's completely fine, and you can go ahead and add them. तो यहाँ पे हम बस ये बात कर रहे थे कि अपनी स्टोरी को यूनिक रखें, तो दूसरों की स्टोरी से बेसिकली एस्पेक्ट्स ना लें. या
if it's quite a genuine thing, that it could be a tool as well. Like अगर आपने you had this difficulty of getting good education, quality education, or being a female to pursue education at first place, even so, then you made a commitment that I won't sort of let others in my community face this issue. So for that you sort of develop this commitment कि नहीं मैं आगे जाके ये चीजें करूंगी और मैंने फिर ये चीज परसू की और अब आगे इस प्रोग्राम के बाद मैं ये चीजें परसू करके आई विल मेक श्योर कि जो मैंने चीज ऑब्जर्व की या जो मुझे देखना पड़ा वो कम्युनिटी कोई ना देखे. इट शुडंट बी लाइक सेल्फ सॉर्ट ऑफ प्रोजेक्शन के मैंने बड़ी मुश्किल से होके और यहाँ तक पहुंच गई हूँ और it shouldn't be like that. It should given a message, giving a message of your commitment के what you face these real hardships or sort of underprivileged conditions, but you made a commitment कि अब जो मेरे साथ हो रहा है मैं किसी और के साथ नहीं होने देंगे और मैं एक फ्यूचर में social change लेके आऊंगी. So that could be a tool as well, but that's how you gonna approach it.
Yeah, as long as that like helps you write your story towards your end goal, so that makes complete sense. Yeah. ठीक है. Next question is from KJ, and it says कि Mr. Naveed mentioned to be detailed and specific while he gave his example of energy crisis to smart solar battery. To date, I'm not sure which particular SDG I have been involved in. SDGs, gender equality, economics, through sports, women empowerment, etc. Do you think I should choose one or I can keep it broad? I would think that choosing one is the right way to go about it. जैसे हमने पहले कहा था कि you can't really answer all of these questions in the limited capacity that we as individuals have. So ideally you should probably just choose एक चीज that you are planning to answer. Naveed, would you like to add something इसमें?
I think it's sort of social backgrounds question. Although I am a faculty member at Sustainable Development Study Center and I teach sustainable development goals, but it's more like a social background, and I think you summed it up. वही है कि आप जेंडर इक्वलिटी की तरफ अगर जाते हैं, इकोनॉमिक जाते हैं, एनवायरनमेंट की तरफ जाते हैं, यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सो मेनी थिंग्स और यू कैंट बेसिकली एक्सपोर्ट से वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, एजुकेशन, एनवायरनमेंट. हाँ, आपको एक जो गोल आपका है उसके अंदर डाउन द लाइन उसके जो बाय प्रोडक्ट के अंदर कुछ जो बेनिफिट्स एसडीजीज के आ रहे हैं वो आप मेंशन कर सकते हैं, बट आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि मैं इन सारे एसडीजीज के ऊपर काम करूंगा. द रिव्यूअर और वोंट बी हैविंग. आपने एक गोल सेट करना है, आपने बताना है कि किस तरह कितने टाइमलाइन के अंदर आप वो गोल अचीव करेंगे, आपको यूएस से क्यों जाना है और आपने पीछे उस गोल के लिए क्या किया और आगे आके आप क्या करेंगे और आप क्या चेंज लेके आएंगे. सो लाइक 17 एसडीजीज जो आपके हैं उनके अंदर अगर आप उसमें सेट करते हैं, अपने सारे के सारे गोल करते हैं, पावर वाटर है उसमें, इन्वायरमेंट है, विमेन एम्पावरमेंट है, हंगर है, फूड है, क्लाइमेट चेंज है, एयर का है, क्लीन पब्लिक हेल्थ है, उसमें एयर पोल्यूशन वाटर आ जाता है, so much so forth. So you should be able to sort of come up with one or by max 2 or 3 SDGs which are quite interconnected. और वो फिर SDGs के अंदर आप कहेंगे कि अगर ये एक एक्टिविटी मैं कर लेता हूँ इम्प्रूव, तो सेम 3 SDGs के ऊपर होएगा, इम्पैक्ट होएगा. So
yeah, I would tend to agree. So for example, अगर interlink आप कर ही रहे हैं, so let's assume कि देखें education और women empowerment दो शायद लिंक हो सकें, इसी तरह gender equality और women empowerment शायद लिंक हो सकें. So as long as there's an overlap that you can capitalize on, so you can talk about that, but don't talk about like a lot of different things all at once, क्योंकि वैसे भी masters और PhDs are very specialized degrees, so you would have to like narrow it down in the end anyway. Acha, next is in SOP, is it necessary to add about matriculation and intermediate background? Mahapara, I don't think it's necessary, and I don't think it's recommended either. Like I haven't really come across any SOPs या anybody who says कि matriculation या intermediate वगैरह की बात आप करें. I mean, as long as आपका education नहीं है end goal और उसमें किसी तरह unless आप matriculation और intermediate वाली बात कर सकें, so I don't think it would make a lot of sense to talk about your education experience us time.
Even your CV as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So CV में भी जो है, I think most people start their education university onwards वाला part में. So next is from Afsa, and she says that one of my referees did not explicitly mention that I've also been his teaching assistant. will that qualify as a work related reference, or would you advise me to contact my internship supervisor for a reference for work? अगर तो उन्होंने explicitly mention नहीं किया तो फिर I think it won't qualify as a work related reference. So you could either if he hasn't already submitted that reference letter, so I would highly encourage कि you ask him to talk about that TA-ship, because जो TA-ships और research assistantships होती हैं, I think they add a lot of value to a candidate's profile, or they shouldn't be missed in like any way. SOPs, LORs, CVs, तीनों में वो cover हो रही होनी चाहिए. So if you could talk to your instructor जिनके साथ आप TA-ship कर रहे थे to add that in the letter, so I would highly recommend do that. अगर उन्होंने already submit कर दिया और change नहीं हो सकता, तो फिर maybe get another work related reference from your internship supervisors, जैसे you mentioned.
But जैसे Miss Sara is saying कि it shouldn't be missed. आपके अगर TA-ship है तो आपका एक अलग से separate reference letter should be based on that TA-ship. Work reference or not, that doesn't matter. But आपका TA-ship के ऊपर एक उसमें जो qualities हैं, उसकी जो abilities हैं, that referee should recommend those abilities in particular. Or TA-ship and RA-ship is really important thing to be missed. Yes.
Yeah. Next question is from Saira, and she says, Sara, if you don't mind, can you share your academic achievements like GRE score and GPA that you submitted in the Fulbright application? Yeah, absolutely. I don't have like a very, I'd say, brilliant my GPA was 3.63 and I graduated with a distinction. So I don't know if that counts या नहीं. मुझे नहीं लगता वैसे GPA से इतना कोई खास बहुत ज़्यादा फर्क पड़ता होगा. It's your entire profile at the end of the day. And my GRE score was 312. So like if that helps in any way.
Thank you. So any other questions? Sara, I would really request another session someday for my students who are currently in undergrad, and your session could really help them in sort of community work that I really ask them to do in a quite an excellent way. There is, quite frankly speaking, there is some sort of mediocre way of doing about approaching community work, like आप कोई भी छोटा सा पोस्टर बना दे, या आप एक्चुअली जाके बहुत अच्छे से कम्युनिटी वर्क जिस तरह यू हैव बीन डूइंग, और फॉर इंस्टेंस जो मैंने आपको अपनी ड्रिंकिंग वाटर वाली ट्रीटमेंट ड्रिंकिंग वाटर की जो दैट इज सर्विंग 5000 पीपल पर डे, जिस तरह से आपके इनिशिएटिव्स आर सर्विंग childs and generations actually. So if you could reflect for those students, and that could help some of the aspirants who are currently applying as well, but specifically with regard to my students, if you could kindly comment, and then I'll request another separate session, 40 minutes on this particular of your community work achievement. So if you could reflect in couple of minutes.
Absolutely. Yeah. If I summarize this a bit, so I would say that community work was something that I started doing बहुत पहले से. So I think I was in FSC when I started looking for initiatives जो के were education related. And असल में अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह I've had that kind of family support जिनको education related initiatives का बहुत शौक है. So my father started his own एक school for underprivileged kids, and वहाँ से फिर मेरा शौक पैदा हुआ. उसके बाद I started researching online के कौन सी organizations हैं जो इस तरह के initiatives लेती हैं. एक जो बहुत famous name है is the Citizens Foundation, and you as your you as individuals can volunteer with them. And what they do is कि वो एक I think कोई 6 weeks का program होता है जिसमें Saturdays आपके use हो रहे होते हैं, because we understand कि week जो days होते हैं सबके busy होते हैं either with classes or if you're a professional so with work. So on Saturdays you go to different schools और वो outskirts में होते हैं. So I've been to Bhai Pheru, जल्लो एक गांव है वहाँ पे एक school है उनका, शेखुपुरा, places like that. And वहाँ पे you go and एक predefined content होता है in terms of what you teach to those children. Similarly, I've volunteered with Beyond the Classroom Education. They also work with underprivileged schools, और उसमें we teach them things जो कि usually schools में नहीं पढ़ाई जाती. So, for example, empathy या critical thinking और concepts like those. So, वो एक मेरा experience है. And if you want to know ke, like how did I stumble upon these initiatives, so I'm one of those persons jo ke has always been a true supporter of asking for help. So I understand कि a lot of people think कि asking for help isn't very nice, कि मतलब हम क्या किसी से पूछें कि हमारी help करें, लेकिन I always feel कि that's something जो कि ना normalize होनी चाहिए चीज़. You should ask for help from teachers, seniors, आपके अपने peers या even juniors भी. मतलब it doesn't matter आप किससे help ले रहे हैं. The max they can say is कि हम नहीं help कर सकते, हमारे पास time नहीं है या क्या. So like you don't really have anything to lose, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
For help. So I used to ask a lot of people के कोई initiatives जो उनके ज़हन में हैं which could help me quench my thirst to impart education. So वो वहाँ से फिर different initiatives लोगों ने जो मुझे recommend किए वो मैंने I started taking up. So I would highly encourage people to start reaching out to either people they know जो ये काम करते हैं या internet पे भी अब तो आपको काफ़ी इस किस्म का content मिल जाता है.
That's really great to know, and I'll really request another session, inshallah, on this particular sort of journey of yours community with my students.
Absolutely.
So, thank you so much. And any other?
We have another question, I think.
She's asking about your email. Yeah, it's been mentioned. I think you could comment, leave it in comments. Otherwise, it's mentioned at the. So if you want to have this contact details of the speaker, so it's mentioned over here. So thank you once again, Sarah, for your time. It was really a detailed discussion indeed. I think if everybody, anyone have any questions, now is the time. So, so we'll arrange another session. I'll request Miss Sarah. We have already discussed it whenever she is free. So about in general, question and answer session in general about Fulbright application, like letter of recommendation, CV, and I would encourage you all to prepare your drafts if you haven't started and doing already. So then if you have some other confusions, then we are planning to have some last one follow-up session that would be covering like overall aspects of Fulbright application. So looking forward to seeing you in another session, depending upon the availability of the
Inshallah. So I really hope this session was like helpful for everybody, and thank you, Naveed, for arranging this and for like having me. So really grateful for you.
Entirely my students' pleasure.
Absolutely, thank you so much. And I'd just like to add कि अगर कोई और questions हैं, so you can always shoot out an email to me, and I'd be happy to help. Also, I'm part of the वो जो aspirants वाला group है. So उसमें आप अपने questions throw in कर सकते हैं, directed at me if there are particular questions.
That would be great. Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, Ji. Participants will be sort of arranging one final for this application process, Fulbright application, one final session about question and answer that you would have the specific application processes like questions. So kindly try to fill out your applications and try to prepare the drafts, and we'll be happy to help you with your questions that you might have. And it's entirely our pleasure. Thank you for bearing with us.
No, this was actually my pleasure. I had a lot of fun, and I really hope that you're useful for everybody.
Inshallah, it'll be a session that I conducted in November. Miss Samia joined us from US, and an attendee basically traveled from Mandi Bahadin to attend that particular seminar, and later she secured Erasmus scholarship for this year. So yeah, these sessions really are helpful. So
that's great, mashallah.
So looking forward to
Absolutely, looking forward to more sessions.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Take care.